Hey guys, I've never done this before, but today we're going to be doing an unboxing video. I was really excited about this when I heard about it. This new Fallout game. It's pretty cool, right? Okay, maybe it's not new, but everything in this game is just oodles of fun. I love the setting. I like the radiation, the post-apocalypse, the big dudes in metal suits, reminiscent of like Warhammer and stuff. So I got even more excited when I heard about, because I'm, as you might be able to tell, a big fan of Magic, this Fallout Magic set that they released for Commander. I got a couple of sleeves, I'm gonna sleeve the decks as well. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have looked online and seen some of the cards that are in here, but I'm super stoked, and I thought, well, why not have some fun and share that fun with you guys when I open this stuff up. I might have gotten a little excited and started to open it, and I was like, wait a minute, I could videotape it and share it. I gave the dog the box. He's a big fan of boxes. I mean, I am too. Who isn't? So, speaking of dogs, we got Dog Meat, Ever Loyal. Seems like a pretty cool dude. I mean, I like the color combo. The fact that he is definitely a Voltron sort of commander where you just soup him up or whoever in the deck. That's pretty appealing. I am noticing also a theme in these decks, but we'll get to that in a second. Besides that, I wanted to look at this new word. Create a junk token whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks. Create a junk token. That's a new one. Junk. And I like junk. I think he's going to go in the copper mat, most likely. I'm just going to set him over there. That itches the scratches in my brain. Next, we got Mutant Menace. Oh yeah, the other one is called Scrappy Survivors. This one is Mutant Menace. Now I like cryptids. I think they're pretty cool. And the monsters and beasties that you find in the Fallout universe is wicked cool too. And here we have the Wise Mothman. He's flying. 3/3 for 4. Whenever the Mothman enters the battlefield or attacks, each player gets a rad counter. Now that's a new word too. Rad. I don't know what that means yet, but I'm hoping that we'll get some sort of indication on there. I try not to spoil it too much for myself. I saw that this is being made, but other than that, I don't know too much. I've seen a couple cards that are going in it, but I don't know what rad is. What else does he do? Whenever one or more non-land cards are milled. Oh, that's another. I saw milled here. Milled. And he's got a mill effect too. So that might be a reoccurring theme. As far as I think Aurora fits pretty good with this guy. Green. Because radiation makes me think green. I imagine there's a lot of green cards in there. So Aurora, you can tell at the bottom, is a green sleeve. Scrap, copper for scrap, Aurora for the green boys. And next, we have Science. I thought this deck was called For Science, but I guess it's just Science! Exclamation mark. But I haven't seen this on cards in some time now. I think Kaladesh is where I saw it last. I might be wrong there. This symbol right here, Energy. I like the look of that. Also, I'm a sucker for artifacts, so this is probably going to be my favorite. I don't know, but it has a trigger whenever you cast an artifact spell. So even if someone counters, you're still getting something, even if it's just one energy. She has the ability to give target creature +1 and O, haste and trample. I like that it says target creature. It's not just yours. You can help someone else out. Be like, hey, if you don't hit me with that, I'm going to make your guy ready to go. Got some card draw too. Love to see it. And finally, you can return target artifact card from the graveyard, your graveyard in particular, to the battlefield tapped. Super cool. You won't be able to haste out any like Wormcoil engines from the graveyard because she is already tapped and she brings her back tapped. And her name, as you can see, is Dr. Madison Lee. I think she's from Fallout 3, if I remember correctly. That's the lady you bump into on the ship, the junked out ship. And I'm going to just move this box a little bit out of the way, grab our final contender here. Oh, and that one, probably going to do clear matte in that, because Science, looking for truth, clear. I do like a clear sleeve every now and then on my cards, especially freshly new ones, just because it means that you get to see the back of the Magic cards, and I really dig that. I like the. Let's go. Do you have any loose cards here? I do. Not that I'm gonna see some in a second anyway, but the back is wicked cool. I like that a lot. You get to see all of the colors. It's really well framed. Someone was telling me, but there's some sort of mistake on Deckmaster. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to look into that. I vaguely recall someone mentioning that. But we'll tuck that. Which one was that? Impulse. Tuck that guy away. Big fan. Big fan. All right. And the final deck that we have here is Hail Caesar. And a little bit of glare, but I like the artwork on this guy too. He's just chilling on the throne. He's a human soldier, 4/4/4/4. It says, whenever you attack, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, choose 2. I like choices. You can either make a couple more 1/1 red-white soldiers with haste that are tapped. Are you upset? Hi. Are you upset that there's people outside? It's okay. You might not think it's okay, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. This is Gun. He's got big opinions. Okay. Thanks for your chime in. I'm gonna get back to the video now, if that's okay. Thank you. But yeah, the final guy we have is Caesar, Legion's Emperor. He's 4 mana, and he's a 4/4 creature that lets you make tokens that have haste and are attacking. Lets you draw cards and lose a little bit of life for it, and probably most importantly, lets you deal damage equal to the number of creature tokens you control to target opponent. So to me, this guy seems like you just want a bunch of little dudes. You want a legion. So I like the theme. Very flavorful. All of these cards seem pretty flavorful. Noticing a mill here, a mill there. This guy makes tokens. She's got some recursion, which I like to see outside of the color of black, just because sometimes white has some recursion, and red and blue seem to have artifact recursion too. But a lot of cool things. She's got 3 abilities. This guy basically has 3 abilities too. You get to use 2 of them in one go. And this guy has like 3 abilities too. I say like because he gives rad counters, whatever that means, and he puts tokens on things. But he also has flying. Not to be forgotten. Dogmeat, he's got just the 2 abilities, but he's still a good boy. Wouldn't you agree, Gun? Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop the video here for a moment, and first. Of course, blood red. That makes sense for Hail Caesar. So we got the science in clear, and we're going to be sleeving this guy, Hail Caesar in blood red. That makes sense to me. Aurora sleeves for the Mothman, the wise Mothman, and the goodest of good boys, Dogmeat the Everlaurel. He'll have copper because he's part of the scrappy survivors. Well, thanks for watching so far. I'm gonna start cracking into these guys. See you guys in a second. So I'm going to attempt to open these guys one-handed. We'll set the sleeves aside for now. Put them there. It's going to be a little tricky. I'm filming one-handed. My film crew is on vacation so far. So I'm just going to gingerly rip this open. I like trying to hang on to the boxes for a little while after, just because I like to be able to see what it came in and make sure I'm not missing anything. I try to hang on to all the little cardboard tokens that come out too. A little bit of a hoarder in that regard, but you can never have too many tokens. Pull this out. Okay, maybe not. I'll put the deck box out first. Oh, I like it. Another lovely thing about these Precons, these pre-constructed decks, they always come with a custom deck box. Ooh, these are different. These are a different type. They're not just, see if I can, satisfying. There we go. He's set up. And when I say they're different, I have another Precon over here that I got the other day, a little while ago, where it opens a bit differently. These guys, you can't really tell from the top who this is, but on the side you can definitely see, oh, it's Boros, right? And yep, that's a Boros deck. And there's the custom artwork, right? But they open while the deck is sitting sideways. Opens like this, right? But these guys, this is like a top loader, I guess you could call it. Try to adjust it, not wrecking it too much. Like I said, I try to hang on to these. They are just cardboard, so. But I do love the custom artwork. It makes it very easy to distinguish at a glance when you're looking in your box. Yeah, we're gonna know that's one of the Fallout decks. And then on the side, ooh, there's the classic symbol, but it's radioactive. Every time I say that word, I'm gonna be resisting the urge to sing Imagine Dragons. That song forever locked in the noggin. But there's our floppy-eared Scrappy Survivor. Let's see if we can get the rest of this out. Ooh. Something else I try to do, I'm just gonna dump the deck out. That way I don't rough it up too much. The cards should just come out right. There we go. There we go, gentle as ever. There he is in the cardboard. We get this little packet here that's got Scrappy. I'll unfold that in a second, but let's make sure we got everything else out of the box. Something else I like to try to, yeah, there we go. Ooh, I like the radioactive Pip-Boy guy. Pretty happy. Got some shiny tokens. I assume these are like maybe rad tokens or something to indicate something else. Maybe that's what those are. I don't know. Got a couple of I guess you could use this if you get multiple tokens. Maybe it's like poison. Set this next to someone and use a die to indicate. Something else that's kind of important in here. Look at this. This little black envelope. You get a sleeve of goodies. What's in there? Ooh, life counter. I like the custom life counters. Some of the life counters that have come with these Precons don't have custom art to it, but this one does, and that pleases me deeply. I'm gonna set the token thing over there. Something else I like to do is this card right here. I like to cut out, because I know they give you a thick copy of the card too. Generally speaking, I don't know if that's the case in here. Oh, it feels like it is. But I like to take some scissors and cut this out, because it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger than normal. The older Precons, they used to come with this huge version. Sorry about that, I'm back. The dog had feelings about the man outside who was whacking the weeds. But the original Precons used to come with a blown up version of the Commander. I say original because, let's see, I'm pretty sure I got one of those kicking around here. There we go. Now, you may have opinions, if you're a fan of Magic, about this giant boy. I like hanging on to him because he's a giant soldier, and he's giant. As you can tell, let's see if I can squish this down a bit. So, we got normal sized card, the slightly bigger one, and then this humongous one that used to come with it. And they stopped doing these, maybe costs or what have you, but I still really dig these. And the backs still are giant. Yeah, I got another card tucked in there, but as you can see, the backs are pretty big blow-up version of what they would normally look like. And I miss these. I wish they would bring them back. But until then, I'm just going to enjoy the ones I have. I got that dude and this lady right here. Because I do like the elves. I don't play a lot of green by itself, but when I do, elves are pretty fun. Elves are trees. Tree ants are pretty cool. And I got the regular version in case someone puts the card into my hand, you know. Otherwise, it's pretty obvious which card's mine. Okay. We'll get back to cracking this guy open. I really am excited to open this collector's, what do they call them? Collector booster sample. I think this has got 2 cards in it. It's not super thick, but I'm really hoping I get something sweet out of that. I'd love an alt art of one of the commanders, whether it be Preston. Because like I said, I've seen a couple cards, and I have to assume Preston, he's in the same colors as Dog. I mean, he's got to be in this deck, right? I'll be a little sad if Preston's not there. But let's unfold this little sampler that it comes with. Well, not sampler, I guess this would be like an info thing. Now, I'm not going to read out the whole thing. If you want to, you can pause the video. I'm just going to try to get it so you can see this stuff. without the glare. It gives a little description on how you might want to go about playing the deck as it is, assuming you're not going to customize it. The general rules for Commander. Hello, Biscuit. We have a shaved cat coming and take a look. Hi. You're cute. Everything's still sealed. She can walk around. And on the back, oh, yep, it looks like Preston is going to be in here. Preston Garvey. He's the Minuteman. There's our cool picture of dog meat there. Gives you a little description of just his background. I don't know if it doesn't give you any definition on how you want to go about playing him as a different commander. Just some flavor, some lore. Gives you a brief description of the colors and what they might represent within the game of Magic. And a description of why the cards are the color that they are. That's cool. I like that. Okay, so we're going to set this off to the side. And I got to. Before we crack into that, I got to see what's in this. I want to know. I'm going to give you a little crinkle. I don't know if I can open this one-handed. I'm going to just stick the cards directly into my mouth, because that's always good. All right. It does look like there are 2 in here. Just 2. Oh, I lied. So we got a soul ring. Oh my gosh. I love the artwork for that. Soul ring. Ooh. A little info card here. There's more to come. And a powder ganger. I have to assume powder ganger's in one of these decks, right? It's what's it do? There we go. I'm back. He's still upset that someone's doing something else. I have to imagine also that this is like a frameless. So that's definitely going to be a visual upgrade. I'm going to take out the original, wherever he might be, the powder ganger. Put that guy in there. And this is also a borderless soul ring. I didn't even realize at first. Good old thumbs up. I don't know how you pronounce the name of that artist. But yeah, cool. Happy to see these cards. Nothing foiled, and that's okay. I like the borderless for a lot of cards. Soul Ring, I'm almost guaranteeing each of these has Soul Ring, right? It would be weird if they didn't. So we'll set those puppers over there with the info card. Actually, we'll set them a bit further out the way. We'll have a card lineup afterwards. So that was the dog meat pack of little samplers. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick look through of here, and then I'm gonna probably sleeve it. I don't know if I'll have you guys sit through the whole sleeving process. No, I won't. I can't imagine that people want to see that. Not to mention, well, maybe they would, because I'll be sleeving one-handed. But I'm gonna crack this guy open, and the main thing I'm gonna look at, other than I'm just gonna splay out the cards and see if anything grabs my attention, is the tokens, because that is another reason why I love these Precons that they release. Whatever flavor of Precon they're coming out, they almost always have the right amount of tokens for what you're doing. You can always have more, don't get me wrong, but they have enough tokens that you're not searching for the thing you need. Like if you have a number of cards that make treasures, you would like to have some treasures tokens, especially on theme, right? So we got a little info card here. Oh, oh, it's not thicker, it's just kind of stuck. Okay. So here's what radiation does. I didn't know about this one. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, if you have any rad counters, mill that many cards. For each non-land card milled this way, you lose 1 life and 1 rad card. Or rad counter, rather. Okay. So it's not like poison, but it kind of is. Where if you let it get too thick, too many counters, you're really going to be in a world of trouble. Milling 10 cards every turn, just cause. Oh, the treasures are bottle caps. I like it. Makes sense. That is the currency here, after all. All right. Oh, the other wonderful thing, too, is tokens can get kind of cumbersome when you have dozens of them, right? So we have a couple. I think all of these should be double-sided. Don't mind that lawnmower. Copy. Okay, so there's something that makes copies in dog meat. Another radiation counter. Another copy. Another radiation. It's good that I see at least 4 radiation counters, because you're probably going to get radiation, and your opponents probably will too. A squirrel. he does look like a Fallout squirrel, I guess. I don't remember seeing any squirrels in Fallout, but that is a funky looking one, for sure. Wouldn't want to bump into him in the woods. Alright, and on the back, we got food. I need to drink food. I mean, yeah, it does heal you in the game, right? It is a type of food, so very iconic. Nuka-Cola. Love to see it. Alright. Ooh, Wasteland Survival Guide. I think, is it Moira that lets you make this probably? She's got to be in here then. Something about quest counters. That's cool. I do like the quest counter mechanic. A lot of people like cards that immediately do something when you get in. I don't know. I like slow build. It can be rough to recover when people make you remove stuff, but quest, it just feels on flavor. Settlement. What is this? Oh, this is the Preston thing, because he puts an enchantment on a land. Enchant land. And now that land taps for mana fixing. That's cool. I like it. That is, that's from Fallout 4. Yes. Because I see the 111. Yep. And the first settlement you bump into. Human soldier. That makes sense. Your buddy who's playing the Hail Caesar deck might want to borrow one or two of these, depending on how many he gets. Another settlement, cool. Treasure. Ooh, here's a junk token. We haven't seen this yet. This is the new one. Sacrifice this artifact, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. That's pretty neat. So it lets you draw cards. So going back to Junkie Boy over here, Dog Meat, Loyal Survivor, he makes junk whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks. So I guess if you have multiple creatures that are fitting those criteria, you're gonna be able to not draw cards per se, but it is card advantage. It is a way to get more cards when you need them. So his mill is also card advantage too. And return. So we got Dog Meat, this loyal 3/3 here, who's gonna get things in your graveyard. He's gonna let you recur things. That's awesome, and he's gonna let you get cards off the top. I like it. Another squirrel and another junk. Cool beans. So that's all the tokens. Stack them up kind of haphazardly here. This is the Scrapyard Survivors. Stack them. I'll leave. I also like leaving, not this one per se, because it just tells you about the different format, but sometimes there are cards that say like the turn order, and that's really useful for new players because Magic. Oh, actually, this card feels kind of thick. Haha, there's the turn order card. So we got the Learn to Play Magic card. These ones I do just yeet. Aw. So you got a little stuck. But out of all the cards that could have been stuck together, that is the preferred one. I do like to hang on to this though, because it breaks down main phase, combat, main phase 2. It doesn't say main phase 1 and 2, but post-combat, pre-combat, yep. End of turn is a little, you see where the card's stuck there. No worries. Like I said, out of all the cards that could have happened to, this is okay. This is acceptable. I would have been, even with the tokens, I would have been a little sad. Okay. So, let's flip this guy around. I'll probably have a video where I go over individual cards that I'm just gushing over. But we're going to take Dog Meat. Nope, he's not a thick, I guess they didn't. This one doesn't come with a thick version commander. I don't have any of those just kicking around. Those are in the commander decks. And I do have some over there, but the Precons that have them, I don't, actually, let me check. I'm gonna just set you down for a little bit. Okay, so I was able to find one of the thicker cards. So I assume you can tell, even with the quality of this camera, that, out of focus. But these guys are much thicker. I'm putting some pressure on here and it's just bending a little bit. I'm not gonna do too much to it. And to me, it also seems like blacker on the border too, on the back side of the card. It's like, nah, it's just me. But yeah, I guess this Precon at least, maybe the other ones too, doesn't have, oh, I spoke too soon. I'm seeing it at the bottom. Yep, I spoke too soon. It does have a thick one. I really like these, very much so, because you have this guy sleeved, and some people are finicky about their cards being touched, and it's good to ask for permission to touch someone else's card. But this is one I don't mind not sleeving, and I'll just toss it to someone and be like, yeah, go ahead, read him. It's pretty cool. Not only that, but like if you want to, you're really scrapped for getting new cards, and you want to be able to put Dog Meat in a different deck, you could, and then you still have this guy chilling out. But you wouldn't be able to use, and I like that they put the other guy here, Preston, as the other commander right up front. But if you did swap it out, you wouldn't be able to use Preston as your commander at that rate. No thick version of him because he's not the main dude. But yeah, I'm not gonna gush over the cards quite yet. I'm gonna take a peek through, but we're gonna get on to the next unbox of, I think we'll go with them as they revealed the Mothman deck, the Mutant Menace. Yes. All right, be right back. Okay, I lied a little bit. I did look at the cards, and I want to bring something to those unaware, not in the know, bring something to their attention, because the bobbleheads are here, guys. Not only are the bobbleheads are here, but their effects, and I've only found 2 in this one so far, but their effects care about the number of bobbleheads you have, which it tickles me pink because I was able to get a copy of each of them. I don't normally like pull Precons apart per se, but I'm starting to catalog my decks, and yeah, it'd be wicked cool to have a deck that has all of the bobbleheads, because some of these effects look pretty decent. Like this one definitely cares about little stuff, but for sure, let's say you had like just 3 of them. You had 3 of these guys out. Pay 3, look at the top 3, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. 3 for 3, look for 3. Seems pretty good. This one gives creatures haste, and they can't be blocked except by creatures with haste, so a gingerbrute-like effect there. So yeah, this seems wicked cool. I'm excited about the bobbleheads. I like the artwork. Yeah. All right, we'll get on to the next deck. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. One other quick thing. Moira is in the game, and so is Three Dog. All right, on to the next one. On to the next thing. I'm not gonna tell you what these guys do. I'm happy to see them. All right, we're on to the next one. And we got the Wise Mothman, who we're gonna be sleeving in Aurora. Go ahead and put that over there for now. And again, we're gonna try to open this gingerly-ish, because it's perforated up here. I like to try to save the boxes for a little while. Not too long, but it's nice to be able to be like, this is all the stuff I had to rip open to get the goodies. Go ahead and pull that out. I'm just gonna shake the deck out again. Come on, there we go. All the good stuff. And again, sweet full art box right here. It's gonna be a little compartmentalized once it's open, but I like being able to tell what deck. So you got a pile of deck boxes. Which one do I play? And then you have to open all of them and see. There we go. There we go. Got that radioactive symbol again. Yep, that's Sultai. And there's the Mothman. Oh, a little bit of... Oh, I guess it's meant to look like that, yeah. Fallout grime. Full out barks, though. I'll get the tokens out of here. Come on, you. There we go. Just set that guy up over there with the other box. Got -1/-1 counters. There's got to be something that gives that in this, I bet. Same thing on the back with the radioactive symbols. And we got this cool envelope. Let's toss that over there for now. It's got our life counter, custom life counter for each deck. I love to see it. Yeah. He does look quite intimidating with those big glowing eyes. Toss the envelope. We got Mothman himself right there. So we're gonna crack open this in the way that is tradition. Use your teeth. Make sure you get enough spit on the card so people know it's yours. I'm gonna pull this guy out. So we got a reference card. We'll toss it off the side. Ooh, full art Mr. Gutsy. Oh, let's see. In focus. In focus. There we go. That's got to be... Yeah, he is one of the ones that are in there. And I see... Ooh, there's another card peeking out from behind. Happy to see this one. Ooh, I'm so happy I dropped it. We got Blasphemous Act. A wonderful sorcery speed board wipe for creatures in red. 13 damage to each. I like the artwork on this too. Nothing foiled yet, but these two full arts, I know they're gonna just swap into the decks. Gonna pimp them out a little bit. We're gonna set those guys over yonder. We're gonna go a little bit quicker with these because we got the initial one. I'm still gonna take a look at the tokens because I think that gives a good indication. We know what Rad does now. It's got a mill mechanic built into it. I like to get the whole set just because it means that everybody at a table of 4 gets to be on theme and doing something different but still interacting. I'm just gonna open up this. You got a little definition of how you might want to go about playing the deck right there. I'm not going to take the time to read it there, but if you guys want to pause the video, go ahead, take a read. I'm going to flip her over. And we got Mothman and the Master Transcendent. I don't recall who that is off the top of my head. It's been a while since I played Fallout, but I like the setting a fair bit. It just gives a little definition, the flavor text on that, why they're in the colors that they are. Wisdom and intelligence, the wise Mothman and the Master. Still both fall under blue alignment. Their adaptation to irradiated landscape represented with black and green. I like it. I would not want to bump into that in the middle of the night. That would be horrifying. All right, we'll get this folded up. And then I'm just going to take a peek-see at some of the cards, see if anything jumps out at me like I did last time. There we go. She's coming along. All right. Ooh, grabbed it perfect. Alien. Oh my gosh. How pretty is that? So apparently this deck has aliens in it. I like it. Got a clue token as well. Wonderful. Artifact token production. Really, really strong. We got a zombie mutant. I suppose that's a ghoul. And a copy. So I guess this one makes copies as well. See, yeah, another mutant copy. Mutant copy. Or mutant zombie copy, rather. Alien clue. Sure. Zombie mutant with a clue. Got a full 4 of the Rad reminder text of what it do. That's cool. And we got the turn order. Nice. Set those off to the side. And I'm just going to set the phone down for a second and take a look through the cards. Okay, I do remember the Master now that I'm looking at him. He is from Fallout 2, I think, the turn-based one. The guy who's all muted. He's the one who made all the mutants, actually. Enters the battlefield. Target player gets 2. Put target creature card in a graveyard that was milled this turn on the battlefield under control. It's a green mutant with base power 3/3. So he maketh the mutants. I like to see it. And this is one of the foils, just like the other commander. Makes it easy to pull out which guys you want to use for your commander when you're shuffling through your deck trying to find, oh, I don't want to play this guy. I want to play something else. And then I noticed as well, this Vexing Gull, or Rad Gull, is very similar to Thrumming Bird. He deals combat damage to player. That player gets 2 Rad counters if they didn't have any. Otherwise, proliferate. So it's Thrumming Bird, except it lets you put some counters that you care about first. And as long as they had it, then it is basically Thrumming Bird. A little bit tougher. Still 2 mana. It's a rare. It's cool beans. All right, we're going to get these guys stowed away, and we're going to move on to the next deck. And it's going to be Science. Be right back. All right, so we got our Science deck. We're going to be putting that in clear. At the end of this video, I'm going to have just a showcase of where you can see all the decks sleeved in the boxes. It'll look nice. Go ahead and set that over there for now. Go ahead and rip this guy open, or lady. Not sure how this box identifies. Ooh, not so ginger on that one. And go ahead and shake this out. This time I'll grab it. Here we go. Madison Lee, all foiled and pretty. Go ahead and grab the box. Yeah. This one, wow, she's got big ears. Don't mean to be rude, but no, you know, I bet she's a good listener. All right. Go ahead and try to get this to, ooh, perfect, first try. Lovely. Set that over there. And shake out this other the info thing, the little pamphlet they give us. Some details on the back too. I haven't really reviewed those. It's one of the reasons why I like hanging on to them for a little bit. Whoa, it never changes. But that way I can maybe take a picture or two before. It'll take up less space than cardboard in the house. Although I do love me some cardboard. There we go. Toss that over there. Oh, I punched out one of the things. One of the punch outs, as it were. Oh, a little out of focus. I like to have all these punched out and do that off camera though. With the tokens too. Ooh, there's a number of different tokens here. We got a +1, maybe a quest. That could be a quest marker. We got Menace, Stun. We got First Strike, another +1, Trample, Lifelink. I don't see a Vigilance one, but I could be mistaken. We'll go ahead and set that off to the side for now. And grab our lovely life counter that matches our deck box. Set it over there. We're gonna rip into the sampler. See what we get. Let's see if we get our first foil out of these. I'm happy with what we got. That Blasphemous Act. And hold on, I'll check it. This one doesn't want to open. There we go. That Blasphemous Act, the Soul Ring, the Mr. Gutsy, all of it. Powder Ganger 2. Okay. There's that. And we got Sierra, Nuka's biggest fan. I think she's got to be in one of these decks, right? Fuller. What does she do? Nuka-Cola challenge. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to player, put a quest counter on this lady and create a food token. When you sack a food, target creature gets XX, where X is the number of quest counters. She's a soda chugger. That's awesome. And she's got the blue Nuka-Cola. Quantum, I think is what it is. Let's see. Let me look at it. Yep, Quantum. Let's see if I can get it in focus. Quantum. There we go. Some interesting eyes. Ooh, a full art. Wake the Past. Wake the Past. Very good card in Boros for artifacts. Return artifact cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until in turn. Get all them creatures back. I know none of these decks have Worm Coil. That's one of my favorite artifact creatures to remind people that it exists. Yeah, be cool to get him back. Awesome. So I think that's the first legendary creature we've gotten out of the packs too. A lot of red. Now that I'm looking at it, like red card, red card, red card. 2 white cards, 4 red cards, and 2 colorless. Although, looking at these decks, red is the most common color. One of the most common. You got the Hail Caesar over there. You got Force Science and the Scrappy Survivors. The only one missing red, of course, is our Mutant Menace, which I think could have had red in it too, but they seem, with these precons, they seem to do 3 color is fairly frequently. Every now and then you get a dual color too, but I can't think of a monocolor that's come out since the, since this guy. This set that he came from, Duretti, he came from a set that had monocolored commanders that were planeswalkers that could be your commander. He's one of my favorite cards as well. I love artifacts, so to see a goblin planeswalker, let alone one that likes artifacts, it's pretty cool. He's got the spiderwork leg thing going on too, kind of like Wild West. Excuse me. But, all right, this trash out of the way, and we'll take a look at the little pamphlet it comes with. Science, a little description of playing the deck. Ooh. Unfold it gingerly. All right. So, let's see if I can flatten it a bit for those at home. Trying to make it semi-legible. Here we go. A little on how you might want to play the deck. Go ahead and pause and give it a gander if you want. Talks about food tokens, treasure tokens, the vending machine. There's a vending machine? That's cool. Nuka vending. Then we got Liberty Prime is one of them. Okay, that's cool. I imagine big, chunky robot. Happy to see that in there. And Dr. Madison Lee, of course, front and center. Different descriptions. Hold on, let me, if you want to take a gander, you can pause the video. There we are. That's pretty cool. Neato, neato. All right, I'm gonna fold this back up. I do like to hang on to these too, because it's a little bit of the history. I have a couple of the rule books from Ice Age on how to play Magic. It's not the most up to date anymore. You're better off checking online with how does this card work. All right, so let me crack this open, see if there's anything that grabs my eye real quick, just a card or two, and then we'll move on to the last and final deck. I don't know if I saved the best for last. It is definitely something I'm excited about. At first I was most excited about Mothman and Dog Meat, but I don't know, I like all of the themes, honestly. Artifact deck is definitely something that's grabbed me for science. And I want to take a look at these tokens too. I think we got a good understanding of what junk is now and radiation. See if I can, here we go. There's the thick card. I'm glad they're still doing that. Energy reserve, oh, I like it. Having a card, that way people are like, how much energy you got? Well, here's the die on the card. Does it have something on the back? Treasure. It's almost always going to be used as an energy reserve, though. Human Knight. As long as it looks like he's in the Terminator armor. Man, that's more like Warhammer and stuff. That's cool. And he also has food on the back. Nuka-Cola vending machine food. Another Human Knight. That's cute. That's cute. Thopters. Oh, I'm happy to see a Thopter token, and it looks like Eddie. It's one of the Enclave Scouts. Let's see what the back of the Thopters look like. Got our treasure in our junk. Cool, cool. And then we got a copy and clue. I don't know. There's something about tokens that I really like. It's nifty to have a game where you have all these cards, right? But that's not all. The cards make cards. It's like Cardception. I'll put the other Human Knight with his brothers. Food. Ooh, we got a robot. Robot. Looks like a Centurion or a security bot. And learn to play Magic. I'm still learning to play Magic. This game is so big. There is many facets to it, and I think that's one of the reasons it grabs people so much. Because you can think you know a fair amount about the game, and then it's someone will pull out a card that you've never seen before, and like, okay, how does that work? To me, it's always felt like each person, at least when you're building a deck or playing a deck, each person's piloting like a mech or a Megazord, and it's whoever can get their wobbling death machine to stay on target best, you know? So we'll go ahead and scoop up these tokens and put them back in the box. And we'll be right back with the final unboxing. Our Hail Caesar. I also like to think that most of these Precons, they come out in sets of like, you got a couple good guy decks and a couple bad guys. Like, to me, Science and Scrappy Survivors, those are the goody two-shoes sort of feel. You got your Jeskai, Murica color scheme, and then you got Naya over there, which is not too shabby. But then you get Sultai with the monsters and stuff when it comes to Mothman, and that, I mean, you got rotting zombie ghouls, and Hail Caesar to me seems like he sacrifices his own people. That's not a good guy thing to do. I mean, if needs must, but still Caesar. Make an example, I guess. But we'll be right back. All right, last one. Of course, we're gonna be doing this in blood red. It seemed befitting. Set this guy over here. I'm gonna attempt to open this gingerly, maybe a bit more ginger than the 4 Science deck. I keep saying 4. I guess it's just called Science, but you know what? Discovery. Although I guess that's a new mechanic, Discovery. I remember someone talking about that at the shop. Seems like a better cascade, if you ask me. Go ahead and shake out the cards. Here's Caesar. Foiled with his bodyguard shadowed out in the back. Curious to see what tokens this came with. Both the punch outs and the go ahead and knock out, well, shake out what will. Ooh, I think this is my favorite deck box out of the set. This red looks stellar in the background. He's got his spear thrown in the back. He's punchy in hand. All right, let's see if I can get this one to go. Ah, nice. Cool stuff. All right, we'll do it a little different. I want to take a look at this info pamphlet. See what the testers say. Okay. I don't know who the other commander for this would be, so I'm eager to see on the back. But first, we got Hail Caesar playing the deck. I see Mr. House mentioned. That's wicked cool. I mean, if the Master's in here, you gotta have Mr. House too. To me, that felt like the Master and Mr. House fill similar roles in the game. He's the big brain behind the scenes, pulling the strings, who's been around for a while. Okay. Different artwork than what we see. Well, this is what's on the card, and this is what's on the box. Same dude, though. There'd be Caesar. Yep, Mr. House. He's the president and CEO. He's one of them, I guess. He's one of the commanders. So we'll go ahead and hover for a bit if you guys want to pause and take a quick read. There's a description on why these folks fit into the colors that they do. I mean, to me, it makes good sense that Caesar would be in Mardu. But cool. All right, we'll get this folded up. Placed out the way for a minute. Okay, we've got these tokens. Pull up. I'm also excited. Maybe we'll get a foil. Fingers crossed. It'd be nice to see a foil out of the samplers. Not the type to go out and buy a lot of the or any of the collector's packs. I get what I get out of these samples, and I take that as a thank you very much. Toss this box over yonder. Same stuff on the back for the tokens. On the front we have, I think that would be Death Touch, right? Menace, a couple +1s. On this side, maybe a shield counter, another couple +1s, quest counter maybe. And go out the back. Knock this over there. Got our custom life counter. Like to see that. And our final sample pack. Give me something good. Please and thank you. See if I can open. Oh, no. Gonna go back to the teeth. There we go. A little extra drool. Okay. Toss the trash out of there. What did we get? Ooh, Elder Arthur Mason. Or Maxon, rather. Creature tokens you control have training. That's cool. Sack another creature. This guy gains indestructible. Wow. So, he could be a good commander in his own right. The fact that all of your tokens, yeah, and Lingering Souls comes to mind, for example. Flying boys in the sky that get bigger, and you get a good way to keep... Oh, he's a 4/2 as well. That's a solid bit of damage on a 3-drop. Not too shabby. I like to see it. Cool beans. And, ooh! Okay, this is what I'm really happy about. To me, land is always the backbone of your decks, right? And to have a full art Sungrass Prairie, that is awesome. I don't know if you could tell by some of the deck, the playmats rather, that I have sprawled out, but Selesnya is a really cool tribe. Real cool group, I should say, guild. But that's awesome. Okay. So we got a couple legendary creatures. Happy to see it. I'll just go ahead and stack these guys up in the packs as they were opened. But yeah, no blue cards. I can't say I'm too surprised on that. There was only, I think, yeah, 2 of the decks had blue, and I'll be honest, it isn't the blue that grabs you when it comes to the mutant deck, although maybe it will be. But out of the samplers, 1, 2, 3 red cards, 3 white cards, not including the land because technically colorless, but makes white green. Awesome stuff. All right, I guess that's about it. I'm going to take a look at the tokens real quick before we wrap her up. Well, this guy doesn't want to open. Just Give it a squeeze. There we go. Just splay the cards out. It's got some full art lands in there too. All right, so we don't need the on your turn and format stuff. We got the soldiers that he makes, the hasty 1/1s that are red, white. That's cool. You know, I'm going to do something different. We're going to go through these face up and then we'll switch out. Food, this is different food. This isn't Nuka-Colas. It's got cram and sugar bombs. This pleases me to see actual food. Don't get me wrong, Nuka-Colas, they must be tasty, but need something a bit more filling sometimes, you know? Treasure. Different treasure token too. The other treasures seem to always be bottle caps. So we got some NCR money, I think. Is that NCR? Yes. Another human soldier of just the white variety. And junk. Same junk artwork. That's okay. That's all right. And more treasure of the NCR variety. Okay. Stack these guys up and flip them over. Ooh, that's a cool looking warrior. He's got the baton, or she, they, them, zer, got the baton, a 1/1. Got a couple warriors, another hasty boy, glad to see it. I was worried that it was just one. You always need like at least two. This is a different soldier too. I like the laser rifle. Some cool artwork. We got another robot. I imagine Mr. House has something to do with these guys. And another robot and some copies. Awesome stuff. All right, let's take a quick peek. I'm eager to get these guys sleeved. I want to see Mr. House. What does he do? He is, oh, he's just 3 mana. Okay, he's a 0/4. Yeah, it makes sense. TVs don't really hurt you unless they fall on you, so. I'll be right back. So we got Mr. House here, President and CEO. He's a 3-drop in the Mardu colors. And he's a 0/4, which, you know, that makes sense given that he's a TV, you know. Well, a robot man in the chamber. He's got dice rolling, that's cool. Whenever you roll a 4 or higher, create a robot of the 3/3 colorless variety. He's an artifact creature token. If you roll a 6 or higher, instead create that token and a treasure. So he's got some ramp to him, he's got creatures. And for 4 mana, you can roll a 6-sided die plus an additional 6-sided die for each mana from treasure spent to activate this ability. So you could be making some robots like nobody's business. Don't get me wrong, Caesar, he seems like a good commander. Definitely a cool dude with his card advantage, his token production. But no ramp. This guy could have ramp if you get lucky on the dice. I love the look of this foil too. It's pretty spiffy. But yeah, so that's all of the decks. I'm gonna get them lined up and do a final afterthought on them, and yeah, be right back. All right, so this is what we got at the end. Everything that was once in those boxes is now out here in front for you to see. So you get a deck box, the deck inside the box, the life counters, the tokens that are next to the life counters for each deck, and the packs that I opened are next to each deck that they came in with. So several cool visual upgrades for the cards in there. Still most stoked probably about either this Soul Ring, this full art Soul Ring, with a big old thumbs up, and this Blasphemous Act. Yeah, very cool. Very happy. Awesome line of products here. I also kept all the wrappers. I'm going to toss these out. These are all the extra cards that it comes with. But yeah, now that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like what you saw, I'll have to do some more here. But thanks for stopping by, and I can't wait to play these, really. Gonna get a 4-man pod. Everybody's gonna pick a deck, and we're gonna get down to it. Now I have to shuffle up and sleeve. But yeah, this has been an unboxing of all the Fallout Magic the Gathering sets. Whew, there's a lot of cardboard. Thanks again, everybody. I hope the night treats you well, and go out there and have some fun. See you guys later. Bye. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.